old were you when you moved to Hong Kong?
18.
18. I guess it's a lot of fun when you're 18
Yes.
and you move to Hong Kong.
Yes,
Yeah.
and my parents were quite strict. Especially Indonesians are more, I would say, culturally wise, more conservative, traditional. I couldn't go out past 10 p.m. back then. My parents would be like, "Where are you?" And I couldn't date. I couldn't do so many things. Then the moment I went to Hong Kong, I was like,
Finally.
like, bye, mommy and papi. Like they don't have, they can't say anything anymore, right? Like yeah. Even if they tell me not to do things, but they wouldn't say it because I'm in Hong Kong anyway. So.
Yeah, I actually had the same feeling when I left my family. I was a bit older. I was 20, 21.
When did you move?
After the university, so I moved from like one Russian city to Moscow, to the capital city. I was like, finally, I can do whatever.
Yeah, I know, right? I heard until COVID, it was then first 5 years in Hong Kong, I never felt homesick. I was like, I was enjoying life, so much freedom, do a lot of things, see the world and all these things. Only then after COVID, you couldn't go home for 2.5 years, then you start to feel, okay, I cannot miss home.
How's the student life and dating life in Hong Kong?
Student life, I would say it's so much fun. Hong Kong was fun. I mean, as compared to Singapore, sorry to say, I think Hong Kong is way more fun, more things to do, more nature. So it's still intense, the study itself. I mean, Chinese and Eastern Asia, the competitiveness is still there. I have to work hard that, when back in high school, I was like probably easily one of the best in the class, but when I went to uni, like, who am I? Nothing. Potato. And you met people from different cultures. It was quite diverse. Maybe not as diverse as Singapore, but I met people from mainland China, Taiwan, India, Pakistan, study together as an international community in Hong Kong. And then over the weekend, you can easily hike for a 2 hours hike. You go to the beach, you do junk boat, barbecue, and we have Hong Kong has 4 seasons, right? So there's this hot pot season, there's this summer season. It gets so hotter in Hong Kong, but it's only on for 3 months. So I would say you can easily travel to Japan, Korea, because it's just like 2-3 hours flights away.
Closer.
Much closer, basically to China. Back then, visa to China was easy as well. So every summer break or winter break, I visit one city in China. So I think uni life was fun. I would recommend people to go to Hong Kong to study. Yeah.
So how was the dating scene over there?
Okay, honestly, when I was in Hong Kong, I was doing long distance relationship with a guy in Jakarta for the first 2 years. So my first 2 years was pretty much occupied and didn't do much, right? And then after that, after graduated, I met a Hong Kong guy. We dated for about 3 years, I guess. Not normally, but I wasn't expecting myself to date a Hong Kong guy. Because
why not?
Language barrier, like people in my uni, they all like prefer to speak the local, right? They prefer to speak Cantonese. So I felt the language barrier is still there, even though they can speak English. So when there's this one Hong Kong guy who talked to me in English, I was already impressed, like, wow. I'm like, this guy talked to me, like 4 years in uni, no Hong Kong guy ever came to me and then asked me, to talk or to have lunch together or what. So this guy came, and then I always wanted to try to date non-Indonesians for the experience sake. But I thought maybe Malaysian or Singaporean, because our culture will be more similar. Never ever I thought I will date a Hong Kong guy. But law of attraction probably. Then I end up with this Hong Kong guy for 3 years.
So what's the biggest cultural difference dating Hong Kong guy and Indonesian guy?
I will say Hong Kong guys, it's more individualistic. Over the weekend, we don't have to always be together. You do your own things, I do my own things, and maybe 2 nights later we go on a date, something like that. But in Indonesia, Indonesian guys tend to be, oh, I'll pick you up, let's go on dinner, I'll drive you back home. I mean, because of maybe infrastructure-wise as well. I think in one of your videos you also mentioned Singapore infrastructure is very good. So, he just left me in the MTR station. Like
safe. You go.
You know, bye. See you tomorrow. I have to told him like, oh, in Indonesia, the guy who picked me up always have to send me back home. I know it's safe, but you know, just as a gentleman. And only from that moment on, he started to send me back home to at least to my apartment building. And then another culture difference. I know I also grew up in a Chinese family, so I thought it wouldn't be so much of a shock, but I think his family was way more Chinese than I thought. So I need to learn to adjust especially when it comes to dinner setting, and again, language barrier I think was one of the biggest challenge. Because then during family dinner and all, they would speak English, speak Cantonese. They speak Cantonese, and it's just natural, right? Like for them, for the locals, if everyone speak Cantonese, it will be more comfortable to speak Cantonese. So I was also having a hard time to adjust to that.
Do you prefer which one, more like an individualistic one, or more like caring one?
I think the caring one. Okay, so when I was younger, right, not that I don't have friends, but I had way more friends in Hong Kong. My uni friends, my work colleagues, or whatever. So, you know, I can get myself occupied when he had his own thing. It's not so much of a problem. But there was a point where I think when you and your partner want to start settle down together, you want to start involve each other in each other's life, group of friends. You don't have to like your friend. He doesn't have to like my friends, but at least we start to building life together. And stuff. Cannot be so individualistic, you know. I think they are too practical. Too practical in a way that so Saturday night I hang out, say, with my colleagues or my friends. They're married already. They have kids. I said, like, where's your kids? Where's your family? Like, I thought Saturday would be family time because that's how I grew up. Saturday, Sunday, my parents would spend time with us. Most likely. Oh, they're just at home. Oh, they hang out with their friends. I don't know. Like, me and my partner, weekends is like usually for family. Not that they can't hang out with their friends, but maybe we can go together, involve each other more, I would say.
So integrate each other to each other's life.
Yes. That will be the best if you can integrate your partner to each other's life. But even if it's not, and you want your me time, please go ahead, right? But not so often, I would say. That's how I see from my experience.
So how's dating life in Singapore compared to Hong Kong?
Okay, I feel people or guys in Singapore, or at least Singaporean guys that I dated, they have more paise. You know paise?
More what?
Paise.
Sounds familiar.
See, how long have you been in Singapore?
Very familiar.
Paise is there's no English word for this, but it's more hoisy or paise. Not exactly shy, not exactly embarrassment, but they're more caring. I think the Southeast Asian culture is more caring, more gentle.
More gentle.
More polite. Which is aligned with my upbringing. So I appreciate those little gestures more But to be fair, I only had one sample size of Hong Kong guy. So it's hard to say. Only that guy. I cannot generalize.
He represents the whole Hong Kong for you now.
I'm like, if you're Hong Kongers watch this, like, I'm not trying to stereotyping. Singaporeans, I feel they are still way more practical than us Indonesians, but way more aligned. As compared to Hong Kong, Singaporeans are more culturally more aligned and familiar to me.